Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Wednesday. This is an extra reading for you guys today, okay? Today is Wednesday, March 11th. This will be a channeled message for you guys. So in case you guys are wondering, when it comes to energy, this could be what you're thinking or what someone else is thinking at this time. So let's see what messages show up for today. I'm just going to shuffle these quickly because it is a big deck, as you guys can see, but at least you guys can see that I am shuffling it. And a lot of these decks I do shuffle after most of my readings just to cleanse out the energy. So let's see. So let's see what channel messages you guys need to know for today. This could be what you're thinking or what someone else is thinking or just in general. Okay, so Spirit, what messages? Thank you. Before I could even get started. So apples. Okay, apples could be very significant. Like I said in one of my other messages, because this came out the last message, Apple watches, Apple phones, apples, eating apples are very significant. Apples representing knowledge, because if anybody knows in the Bible with Adam and Eve, okay, there's something about eating the apple. So the forbidden fruit, okay, is very significant. There's something about your energy too. Maybe you guys show up as forbidden fruit. So it's almost like you guys could be a temptation when it comes to newer things, right? Because you're new, you're shiny, okay? There's something about that as well. But even if that's not the case, there's something about you representing Aphrodite, okay? Autumn energy and water. There's something about love, beauty, okay? Maybe you have unconditional love. Maybe the beauty that you have, it's internal and external. There's something about knowledge. Maybe you guys love learning new things, or there's something about sharing knowledge and wisdom, okay? Like when it comes to apples, you think of teachers, right? Even the saying like an apple a day keeps the doctor away is significant too, but there is something about abundance, right? So even when it comes to life, right, in general, apples could represent something for some of you guys. Now, when it comes to the color red, that could be very significant too when it comes to maybe you guys wearing red or stepping into that power. But then also when it comes to root chakra energy, there's this energy of you having something. So when it comes to you having knowledge, having beauty, having love, having abundance, being able to have harvest, new life, new health, new things, okay, there's something about your energy that shows up in that. Yeah, using manifestation rituals could be very significant too. And also there's something about routines, right? So when you set up yourself in a routine, there's something about you manifesting something because you guys are in a routine. There's something about somebody wanting to come towards you when it comes to protection. Now, not sure who this is. This could be a masculine or a feminine, but there is something about wanting to protect, wanting to guide the divine feminine or masculine. For some of you guys, this could be someone you may know. Now, this could be family. If it's not family, this could be somebody that you know who considers you as family, or this could be someone in your energy when it comes to family too. You may feel like when it comes to guardianship as well, maybe for some of you guys, when it comes to family, you may not felt protected, okay? Or there's something about tensions, like, you know how they say in families, oh, most families have their ups and their downs and their tensions and things like that. But there's also this energy of not allowing or accepting certain behaviors. So yes, every family does have its ups and downs, right? But at the same time, there's certain things that, when you look at other people's lives or other people's families, it's not to compare, but you may be the friend that maybe you grew up with other people who had the perfect home, like say they had a mom and a dad, right? And you were the one that maybe only had one parent or maybe no parents. So there's something about you being able to, respect yourself, your integrity. And those, unfortunately, sometimes that grow up without a family, yeah, you may lack certain things, just like how people who have both their families, they can also lack certain things too. It's about duality and give or take, right? But somebody who may not have family, you may look at life differently than somebody who does have family, right? Or somebody who doesn't have family may look at you who has family and may think, oh my God, the collective's family is so perfect. But in actuality, it's not, right? There's certain traumas, there's certain things that need to be healed. So even when it comes to family gatherings and things like that, something about you being guided, right? When it comes to you protecting your energy, this could be seen in unseen forces, but when it comes to family gatherings and support and reunions, you guys could be tapping into your own roots and building your own family or building your own, connections and things like that, right? So yeah. This card says, do you think about me the way I think about you? So take what resonates with that. Okay, this card says, will you give them a second chance? So yeah, if this is dealing with like family or people that you consider close to you, right? There could be someone around you who wants you to give them a second chance. But like I said, when it comes to your energy and you having high standards for yourself, you would prefer not to. It depends on the situation. Some of you, you don't want to. Some of you, you kind of have an inkling of you feeling that energy coming back, and maybe depending on what had happened, like say for example, you and that person, confirmation with the horn, maybe you had like a disagreement. Say somebody doesn't like the color blue and you like the color blue, and then you fight about that. You know, something so silly and stupid like that. That's significant. But if somebody has called you out your name, called out you versus your character, things like that, there are just certain things that maybe you are just not willing to accept. Okay, like you can forgive the person from afar, but you prefer your peace, you prefer quiet, you prefer balance, right? So this person could be wanting a second chance. That all depends on everyone's situation. You may or may not give this person a second chance. Okay, for some of you guys, some of you, this could be a past life connection. So if this is not like family per se, there's something about somebody that, like I said, considers you. Even if you guys are not related, there's something about reunions, or there's something about support, right? When it comes to like familiarity. So there's something about a past life connection. Now, even when it comes to this type of energy, right? Like divination and things like that, there are some people that you may meet, okay, in your life, and they give that vibe or that energy like, don't I know you from somewhere? I swear I met you in a past life. Like, you know, when you meet someone for the first time and you and their energy just clicks, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but sometimes it all depends on the person's intentions. And some of you guys are very easy to just click with people just like that, right? And that doesn't mean anything's bad or wrong. It just means that you just naturally have that about you. Some people can meet people and it gets very awkward. Maybe they're shy. Maybe they don't know what to say. But with you, it's almost like you always have the right words to say at the right time. Okay, so past life connection could be very significant. Someone in your energy may feel like they have known you before. Okay, when it comes to entrepreneurship, you guys could be opening up a store. Okay, Spirit could be asking if you are ready. Okay, there's something about someone getting excited to see you each and every day. And also when it comes to no, for confirmation, Grenada could be very significant as well. So yeah, when it comes to family, I really do feel like maybe if you live in Grenada, right, or Grenada could be very significant, or maybe you have Grenadian roots. But whatever this is, even travel is very significant. But if you are from these parts, you could be saying no to this person. Okay, so like I said, when it comes to like family gathering, okay, when it comes to like, certain traditions and certain things, there's certain things that maybe you guys could be closing the door on, or there's something about you pausing something or being in denial. But there is something about you saying no for confirmation when it comes to maybe giving a person a second chance. Now, this may resonate, this may not, but for some of you guys, there's something that you're being told no. Okay, this could be a grandmother for some of you. Okay, now, some of you that resonate with your grandmother, if this is a past life connection, there's something about a grandmother energy that's significant. Now, if this is a passed on grandmother or somebody that you loved, they could be guiding you at this time, okay, throughout your journey. Now, if this is a grandmother that is alive and you no longer speak to this person, like say this is like no contact or whatever the case is, there's something about you getting their gifts or you having some similarities to them. But whatever this is, there's something about wisdom. Okay, maybe you have like a very nurturing type of energy as well. Or there's something about maybe you traveling back home to see a grandparent because of a family gathering, and there could be something happening where you could be saying no. Either you don't want to go there to travel, or there's something about you saying no to somebody when it comes to family. Yeah, moving to a new country could be very significant too. Okay, Trinidad also could be very significant, Trinidad and Tobago. So yeah, when it comes to these countries, you guys could be saying no to something, or the answer no is significant. Okay, so some of you guys, your left hand could be itching. This could be about blessings, money, good fortune, abundance, right? So this could be you connecting with other people as well, or there's something about money that's very significant. We have left ear ringing, so this is your intuition. Something to do with your intuition. This could be a spiritual awakening, or there's something about somebody's inner needs that are very significant when it comes to intuition and sensitivity. Okay, so take what resonates with that. Okay, so this says, I love the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, and how you smell. So this could be somebody's energy that, you know, feels devoted with you. This is them adoring you. This is about something being detailed when it comes to appreciation. So even when it comes to dealing with people, places, and things, you guys could be from these places as well. But if not, there's something about, you know, African legacy, or, you know, even when it comes to like the islands and water, being near water is significant. Strawberries are very significant too. We also have Friday. Okay, Friday may be very significant, and also lights flickering on and off. So this could be unseen forces. Yeah, if you have a grandmother, there's something about a grandmother that's significant. This grandmother that may resonate with you, maybe this grandmother may not like, if this is something to do with dating or being with other people, maybe this grandmother may not like that you guys are stepping into renewal or new connections, or whatever the case is. Like, some people do live with their grandparents, some people don't, right? But even when it comes to like certain traditions, maybe you are the one in your family as well who could be keeping up with certain traditions, or there's certain things that maybe you don't do anymore that maybe your grandparents used to do. But there is something about loving yourself so much more, even when it comes to family and certain things that like your grandparents used to do. There's something about you no longer doing that. So if you were the one that came in to stop certain generational you know, curses or breakage and things like that, that's significant. Someone's great grandmother could be very significant too. And then we also have somebody being divinely guided to come towards you. Okay, so even when it comes to like wisdom, right? There's something about you loving yourself so much more. But even when it comes to like self-care and acceptance, this is about healing, okay? When it comes to your pride. So when it comes to your pride, you could be someone who's not very prideful, but you could have other people in your energy who may be very prideful when it comes to, you know, ancestral wisdom or certain things like, you know, recipes, or you keeping up with certain stories, like certain things that, you know, each generation can gain by, right? So there's something about generational wealth, okay, could be very significant. Like I said, when it comes to somebody being guided to come towards you, this could be about old souls, right? Love, connections, legacies. Even if you don't care, you know, to build your own legacy, there's something about legacies that are very significant, okay? Somebody in your energy could be wanting to take you on a date, okay? For some of you guys could be, you know, in rhythm and flow at this time. Now, this could be crowd energy, or this could be about your craft, okay? For some of you guys, when it comes to going on dates or first steps, this could be actually someone courting you, or this could be someone inviting you when it comes to their intent, making the first steps when it comes to creation. So again, crowd energy, like I said, coming together. You could be a DJ. If not, there's something about you being able to attract different people based on your rhythm, your energy, your, you know, your ability to have people come together, basically. Okay, so people who do not want to work on, you know, balance within the home, there's something about you bringing balance when it comes to like internal, whether this is the home, personal, okay, a work, business, whatever this is, right? But DJing is very significant, even music. Okay, some of you guys are connected to music. We have cinnamon, okay, vanilla, cinnamon, and nutmeg. So certain scents and chocolate, there's something about your energy maybe as well that brings warmth. Now, you could have a lot of comfort in your energy and warmth in your energy. There's something about you bringing a lot of nostalgia to somebody who, you know, maybe who misses their great grandmother, their grandmother, but there's something about that feminine energy, right? That's either guiding you or you are showing up as this person. So again, old souls, right? You guys could be an old soul type of person. Even if you're young, you could have an old soul. Okay. We have here brother. A card fell on the floor, but someone's brother could also be very significant too. So take what resonates with that. Okay, so brother is very significant. This is somebody in your energy. Okay, we also have a clean home is a clean mind, and also botanical garden. So there's something about your energy when it comes to shared history. Now, even if this person is related or not, this person may look to you like a sibling, like again, family, right? But there's something about maybe someone else in the energy too when it comes to, you know, being in denial. Somebody also could be in denial about your energy, especially when it comes to being divinely guided to come to you about something. This is about maybe their mental space, or even when it comes to receiving clarity or having order and calmness. But this also could lead into growth, right? So this person could be either studying you, or this is also talking about like planting seeds, sanctuaries, things like that. Some of you guys could be, you know, planting your own seeds when it comes to a home situation. Okay, so take what resonates with that. That could be a home situation, a foundation, you know, anything like of that matter. Okay, Saturday is very significant. We have scheduling a, you know, a spa date, right? This is ritual self-care. Okay, slow luxury. Okay, and elephants are very significant. This is about wisdom, memory, strength, loyalty. Some of you guys could be maybe going to the spa, or there's something about maybe you guys planning on going to the spa, but if not, this is about self-care. So some of you guys, when it comes to discipline and self-care, maybe there's certain things that you do that help you to restore, you know, your energy, or restore, you know, a lot of strength in you, right? Even when it comes to compassion, there's something about someone's energy and you when it comes to you guys coming together. Maybe you guys are very compassionate with one another, but unfortunately everybody else around you, they can get the boot. So I don't know why I'm picking up for some of you a lot of fire energy in your chart, maybe water energy too. So also Leos, like I know, well, maybe not all Leos, but from my experience, I know if a Leo really loves and cares about you, they really love and care about you. And when they don't, they don't. Okay, I get it. So I'm not gonna even judge that. It is what it is. Some water signs are kind of the same way too, where it's like water and fire signs are very similar in a sense of giving. Now, people may, you know, disagree with that, but I always say every zodiac placement has a healed and unhealed. So we're not even gonna even like get into that, okay? But basically, when it comes to healed energy, I've noticed when it comes to fire and water signs that are healed, right? And they've gone through certain cycles, when they love hard, right? And not only that, when they love hard, it's almost like a lot of passion is in that. So be prepared, right? Because if that fire sign or water sign loves you 100%, they'll show you that they love you 100%. But when they hate you, they hate you. Okay, when they dislike something, they dislike something. But it's almost like you will always know how they feel about you no matter what. Okay, so not to say that earth and air signs don't do this, they do, but I find that a lot of people that don't have a lot of certain placements in their chart, it almost feels like there's a lot of judgment for those who do have certain placements in their chart and they have it heavily versus people who don't. Because again, I guess maybe it's more grounded and logical versus somebody who goes with emotion. And somebody who doesn't understand someone who goes with emotion versus logic, it's very hard to understand somebody who is emotional, because even if that person is emotional, they can still understand that person who's logical, right? And even though people say no, you know, people who are emotional, they don't understand people who are logical, I actually think it's the latter. I do think people who are emotional and have emotional intelligence can have that diversity of understanding logic and emotions and being able to put that together. Okay, not everyone's like that. It is a gift, so obviously take what resonates with that, but that is also something that I've noticed. So there is something about your passion. Like if somebody does you wrong, especially with elephants, you will remember that and you've seen elephants before. If you do an elephant dirty, they will remember. I don't know if you guys remember the story with the lady where she did something to that elephant, and the elephant came and it messed up her grave. Okay, like literally messed up her grave. Like the day of the funeral, the elephant was like, it's on. Okay, so take what resonates with that. Okay, that could be confirmation. There could be something about, when you love hard, but then, when you feel like your love is being taken for granted, then you could be somebody who pulls your energy back and just focuses on yourself, right? So anyway, I'm going to end it here. Please take what resonates. I love you guys. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube. My website, www.mrcunique.ca. I post blogs, and also you guys can book a reading. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. Follow me on Coffee as well, Mr. C Unique. And yeah, this was a channel message for you guys. Try to keep it as short as possible, 20 minutes at least. But hopefully it resonates with somebody. But if not, hopefully there is something that you can take away from it regardless, right? But yeah, anybody who's doing self-care, continue doing your self-care rituals, because you guys are manifesting something when it comes to the energy, especially like new energy too. So keep releasing, keep cleansing, keep releasing, keep doing those things, okay? But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.